Hello and welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Eddie and I'm here to provide you with some skincare knowledge, some mental health stuff, and just a little bit of me. Now, have you guys noticed something? Yes, this quality is awesome right now. I actually upgraded to a new camera because I am definitely dedicated to skincare and doing content creating, and I absolutely love it. Thank you to everyone who's supporting me and watching me on this journey. I'm so excited to make even more content with something that's a little bit more suitable to creativity. So, as you may or may not know, there's been a big controversy regarding Purito and their Green Level Safe Sun SPF 50 PA+++ sunscreen being rated actually at an SPF 19. So it's pretty crazy that we were being told that it was SPF 50, but it ended up being SPF 19. Now, a lot of videos have come out since then, some literally minutes after the news broke. I do not know how people do it. But hats off to them. But so everything has really honestly been said already, so I don't want to add just same thing, same noise, same stuff. All of it was really good information. You know, I personally was shocked, sad, but I'm waiting for more information to come out and more tests and more of these things done. I don't want to contribute to negative thoughts and all these things. What has been said has been said. So I want to provide something a little bit different in this video. So I reminded you about what happened. You know, we got our information. But what I want to provide today is how to prevent yourself from being harmed in moments like these, where you were misled and you thought you were doing the right thing. You thought you were getting SPF 50 protection. You felt protected, and now you're going, oh no, I wasn't protected that whole time. Or maybe even worse, I saw comments where people said, oh my gosh, I would wear this sunscreen right after procedures being done on me. So microdermabrasion, you know, those glycolic acid peels. So, yeah. So I want to definitely give you guys something where this wouldn't have affected you / wouldn't have put you in danger. What I want to provide you guys in this video is something called an SPF wardrobe. Basically, the concept of this term is you have several products built up on top of each other that have SPF in them, so that you get layer after layer after layer of SPF. And I think not only is that such a great way to start off your day, but also it helps you protect yourself in case something like this happens, which it did, or happens again. So for me, I was shocked about the SPF 19 rating, but I wasn't scared because I knew I always either layered that sunscreen up, so no matter what, I at least had SPF 19 like thickly on my skin, or I had that Purito plus like a Supergoop sunscreen plus an SPF powder plus maybe some concealer that had SPF in it, and a spray that had SPF in it. So I didn't feel like I was in danger, which is a good thing, and no harm came to me. So that's kind of my piece of advice I want people to hopefully maybe adopt, so that if any information comes out or if this happens again, at least you'll know you were protected because you just double, triple, quadruple checked that no harm would come to you. So that's my piece of advice for this kind of scandal. I don't even want to call it a scandal. That's so dramatic. This skincare community, still, it was horrible. But I really do want to let more information come out before we say any of these things. It seems as though there's just like a lot of different things going on with independent labs and with testing and not like a whole regulation. Honestly, I love the conversations that are going on right now regarding this, but pretty much I wanted to give that piece of advice. And I'll actually give you an example of some products that I use to do that SPF wardrobe. Alright, so I'm going to show you some products that I do in a typical day depending on what kind of finish I want. So the two base sunscreens that I'm going to use now, I have a bunch of SPF ones, but for the sake of this video, I'm going to give you, you know, some specific options. So I have here the I Am Sorry Just Sun Cream SPF 50 PA++++. And additionally, I have Canmake Skin UV Gel. Same thing, SPF 50 PA++++. This one has a glowy finish. This one has more of a matte finish. So depending on what I want, do I want to be dewy, glowy to the gods? Or do I want to be a little bit more refined, a little bit more matte, a little bit more natural? And so I put on a nice layer of that in the morning. And I try, because of COVID, I'm working from home, I'm seeing clients from home. I usually don't leave my house till like 1, 2, 3 p.m. if I have to go and run errands. So I have a long time in the morning to do pretty much 2 layers of whichever one I choose. So I'll finish my skincare routine and I'll put on a nice layer, and maybe an hour after work or finishing my cup of coffee, I'll just go in again and put on another layer. So I have 2 layers, making a really solid foundation to my sunscreen. Now, sometimes I don't do that, sometimes I do. So that's that advice for the base layer. And then I always like to top off my sunscreen with a tinted formula. So I would use the Tinted Moisturizer by DRMTLGY SPF 46, just so I get some blue light protection and get some skin tone evening, and I get the protection, you know, from the iron oxides for infrared UV lights as well as blue light protection. And I love a zinc oxide formula because it calms and soothes your skin, and I feel like it creates more of a barrier than chemical sunscreen, but there's a lot of conversation around that. But I like it. I feel like the zinc oxide formula, it's kind of blur your pores a little bit, and it makes sense. There's zinc oxide in here. Zinc oxide is a powder. Of course, it's going to kind of blur your imperfections and your skin texture and all that. So I really like layering that on top. So now we have that chemical formula. I always forget. And that chemical formula. Then we have the physical formula, or mineral. And, you know, I put that on, let that set in. And now I have either 2 to 3 layers on before I leave the house. And to reapply throughout the day, I actually have 2 things that I use. Well, 3. I use the Supergoop Defense Refresh. What is this? SPF 40. So you just shake that up and, you know, just mist it on your face. Now, you're not going to get that protection that is SPF 40 immensely. You know, you're going to get maybe SPF 20, 30, maybe even 15. But you're reapplying something. So I do this, just spritz it around, it gets me a little bit more dew. And I do that right after applying the Colorscience SPF 50 powder. I love this powder so much. All you do is shake it up and apply it to your skin. Just do that. And then you tap it in and you get some protection. Now, these are not the same as applying it with a cotton puff of like this and, you know, applying an actual layer of sunscreen, but it helps if you're just out and about to reapply. And additionally, always protect your lips. I am loving the Supergoop SPF 40 lip screen. It is really good. You know, you just like this and apply it. And apparently it doubles as a gloss. So I love using this. Gives your lips healthy and shiny and gives you that protection. So that is kind of what I do. Oh, and I almost forgot. And if you're looking into like a little bit more coverage slash makeup slash tinted moisturizer, I'd look into this foundation stick by Bare Minerals. This is actually a tinted moisturizer on the go, but they call it a foundation stick as well. But basically this is my like shade, Desert 6.5. And all you would do is dab it. I use it as a concealer, and I would dab it on certain places and just tap it in. And this has SPF 25. It's a little bit of something on the areas to put it on. But there you go. I would have a layer of chemical, a layer of physical sunscreen, you know, some SPF powder, and then a little bit of concealer with SPF. That's like 4 layers already. So I would recommend you do any of these things, maybe find your own combo, but I feel like that's such a great safety net to keep your skin safe despite what happens. Because honestly, if we get tricked, if we're lied to, you know, we're going to suffer the consequences. So I think it's a lot better to really make sure you're protected. But I'm so glad now we're making sure companies are being held accountable. We want to make sure we're protecting our skin. But that's my piece of advice. Just, you know, you never want to be, you'd rather be safe than sorry. Alright guys, thank you for joining me. I hope you liked that little tip. Tell me if you guys do that. And yeah, be kind to one another. Thank you guys. Have a wonderful day. Remember to subscribe and ring that notification bell if you like my skincare content. And make sure to follow at Mottaskin so you guys can always be updated on my, Instagram content. Alright guys, have a wonderful day.